Hi there everyone, and welcome along to Cinemas Lost Forever. Today we're looking at the Regal, later to become the ABC and latterly the Canon, in Wakefield, Yorkshire. So, here we go. The Regal cinema was designed to the Art Deco style by Associated British Cinemas in-house architect William R. Glenn. It had a town centre location on Kirkgate at the corner of Sun Lane, facing into and visible from the town centre. The Sun Lane elevation housed 9 shops. The Regal cinema accommodated 1,100 people in the stalls and 600 people in the balcony. It was a brick construction with cream terrazzo tiles on the front elevation. From the main foyer, 2 staircases led to swing doors to the balcony foyer, and in that balcony foyer was the entrance to the cafe, which also had a separate entrance from the street. Now, the entrance to the stalls was 4 feet below ground level, and the stage end of the auditorium was 10 feet below the ground. The auditorium made plentiful use of autumn colours with tints of gold and browns throughout the decoration, seating and the carpeting too. Auditorium lighting made use of concealed fittings under the balcony and at the rear of the ceiling, and pendant fittings casting light upwards towards the front of the cinema. The stage was 20 feet deep and had a grid height of 41 feet and was fully equipped. The proscenium was 46 feet 6 inches wide. Staircases to the right and left of the stage gave access to 6 spacious dressing rooms, and above these was access to the ventilation chamber and the organ chamber. Although no organ was installed, provision was made for one with sump and console lift. A free car park was provided with direct access to stalls and balcony. The projection room was fitted with 2 reconditioned Ross projectors and Western Electric sound. Now, the Regal was opened on the 9th of December 1935 by Mayor of Wakefield, Alderman D. Charlesworth JP, accompanied by the Mayoress. Mr. A.S. Moss, the General Manager of ABC, was also in attendance. Now let's take a slow pause to view the opening souvenir programme in its entirety. So the opening film was Gold Diggers of 1933, starring Dick Powell, with Shanghai starring Loretta Young. The house manager was Mr. V. E. Benzval, who came to the Regal from the Edgbaston Picture House in Birmingham. Now, the cinema became a hotspot within the local community, showcasing a variety of the nation's favourite films, and in the 50s and 60s, some live pop concerts. The Beatles played at the cinema on Thursday the 7th of February 1963 as part of the Helen Shapiro Winter Tour, which also included Danny Williams and Kenny Lynch. The Beatles had only released one single at this stage, that was Love Me Do, which had by that time reached number 17 in the charts. Now, the cinema played host to many such pop concerts, but these are the only photos that I could find. The Regal was renamed ABC in 1962 and continued being the entertainment centre of Wakefield. Now, it was tripled in 1976 and opened on the 11th of November, with Screen 1 seating 532 in the balcony using the original screen. Screen 2, which had 236 seats, and 3 with 170 seats were in the stalls, which was extended to utilise the full depth of the building. Now, an adapted projection room was built for Screen 1 and a new projection room served Screens 2 and 3. Now, the decor in 1 was blue with red rust seating and carpeting. ABC2 had wine and petunia walls with petunia carpeting. ABC3 enjoyed bright orange and poppy walls with flame seating and red carpet. Both ABC2 and 3 were fitted with black ceilings. The foyer colours were poppy and magenta with red EMI carpeting. The exterior of the building was retiled with new entrance doors fitted and new display frames positioned on either side. The cinema was taken over by Cannon Cinemas in April 1986 and was renamed the Cannon. But the cinema was hit by the double whammy of Cannon's failing fortunes and the building of a new Cineworld multiplex in December 1996. The inevitable happened and the Regal ABC Cannon was closed in 1997, ending an 87-year history of the cinema. It stood empty and for sale for many years, and it was deteriorating badly. A covenant restricting its use to film exhibition was seen as the reason why the site had not been redeveloped or alternative uses found for the ever-deteriorating building. In the end, the building was acquired by Wakefield Council, and in late July 2021, despite protests, the council passed a resolution that the building would be demolished. Now, it was planned to be demolished in March 2022, but it was put on hold until early January 2023, when demolition actually began. The demolition of the Regal ABC Cannon was completed in March 2023, and no vestige of it remains except in the hearts and minds of those who worked there and loved going there to watch their favourite films and shows. Now let's look at some of the staff who worked there. Marcia Moran says, "My nana, Anne Callum, worked at the ABC Wakefield from the late 70s till she retired in 1984. She worked as usherette mainly, but also worked on reception. And here's the photograph that Marcia sent me." Then she says, "I came across this photo of Nana and Doris Priest, both classed as receptionists according to their name badges. I think this was a photo shot for the release of Caddyshack in 1980. Well, I really hope you enjoyed this video on the Regal ABC and latterly Canon in Wakefield. Don't forget to like and subscribe, particularly subscribe because that helps me a lot. And until next time when we see you again, take care of each other. Ta-da!